Look at that hair.
And his father a barber.
No wonder he's itchy.
I'm going to sing my own composition, Lament to a Small Town. I come from a small town with grassroots, blue serge suits, and turkey shoots. It's Squaresville, man, like New Moon Hay, or Groundhog's Day, or Friday night at the PTA. Yeah, the dialogue's dull as dull can be. They say things like, long time no see, or howdy neighbor, golly gee. Yeah, or a village fool when he blows his cool will come on with a by Jiminy. Well, I split these scenes before my teens. Had to take my leave on Christmas Eve because I sealed Santa up in the chimney. I could hear him shout that he wanted out as I grabbed his sleigh for my getaway. On hipster, on swinger, on playboy, on bunny. Let's get to the city and go for the money. Merry Christmas.
Isn't that the worst thing you ever heard?
Yeah, and it'll probably sell 1 million copies. Oh, Itchy, that was groovy, man, groovy.
Yeah, we did you, cat. We'd like to buy you a splash.
Yeah, sit down, have a splash with us, Itchy.
Yeah, groovy.
You really come from a small town, Itch?
Oh, you better believe it. A place called Danfield. Real Dullfield.
And when did you make up your mind to leave there?
Well, a while ago. And I came out here with all these cats and I dug all this swinging action.
Well, don't you miss your parents or ever think about them?
Well, you know, they're okay, but that mom and dad scene is really a drag.
Yeah, that's a difference.
Well, not that they should be stamped out or anything, you know, but that Maggie and Jiggs action is pretty hard to take.
Maggie and Jiggs. Herbie Walton, you ought to be ashamed of yourself talking about your parents like that.
Herbie Walton?
Yes.
How do you know me?
I'm Mrs. Bunsen.
Mrs. Bunsen? From Danfield?
Yes, and this is Mrs. Carmichael. Maybe you remember her. She used to live there.
In Dolesville.
Well, yeah, sure, but what are you two doing here? Like this?
We're trying to find you, Itchy, and bring you to your senses.
Oh, well, now, Mrs. Carmichael, I was just putting you on.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I thought you were like all the rest of these characters, and I didn't want anybody to get wise to me.
Get wise to you?
Wise to you about what?
The hair and all this jazz. You don't really think I turned out to be one of these kooks.
Well, then what are you doing here like that?
I'm just getting some material that I need for a thesis.
A thesis?
Yes, for my psychology class.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Oh, believe me, I can't wait to take this wig off.
Oh, what's a wig?
Oh, well, are we glad to hear that?
Listen, will you do me a favor?
Sure, what?
What time is it?
10:30.
Oh, my gosh, I gotta be cutting out.
What?
I mean getting back to the dorm. But it was
the dormitory.
Nice to see you.
Oh, I'm so glad we found you, Herbie.
Good luck with your thesis.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh, when I write Mom and Dad, I'll tell them I saw you.
Oh.
But I won't tell them how you look.
Oh. Well, now, aren't you glad we came? Everything turned out just fine.
Yeah, for once one of your crazy schemes didn't backfire. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Now we'll continue with our impromptu entertainers. Hey, Red! Do either of you chicks chirp?
Yeah, my friend does.
What friend does what?
You. I want you to chirp. Sing a
Oh, I
song.
can sing here,
Sure
Lucy.
you can.
I don't want to sing here,
You
Lucy.
said that you wanted me to hear you sing.
Well,
Now,
I was
come
thinking
on.
of the Hollywood Bowl or something. No, I couldn't sing. I gotta have somebody accompany me.
Well, I'm just dying to get my hands on this jitbox. Now, what are you going to sing?
My best song.
Well, what's that?
I dream of Jesus, a light brown
Hey, wait! You two here! Come on! You two, this way. The wagon's waiting outside.
Well, what's the rap?
The curfew law.
The curfew.
Now, you kids know the rules. Everybody under 18 has to be in by 10 o'clock.
Under 18. Oh, now listen, officer.
Vivian, let's not argue with a nice officer.
I hope Mumsy and Daddy aren't too upset by this.